Okay. Let me share the screen for the agenda. Can you see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, thank you. Pritesh, do you know whether Vani will join or not?
Actually, I'm not sure. Let me bring her.
Yeah, I just got the message from Slack that Toti will not join this meeting. Yeah, I think we can start it while waiting for others. So as shown on the screen, you see today's agenda. The first thing I would like to talk about security audit and our plan. The next topic is the continued discussion and the triage the issues in the discussion milestone for each repositories. So feel free to add other topics. It seems that we have some room for it. Okay. For the first, sorry. For the first topic, security audit. Uh, the security audit team scheduled a meeting. I think it is on Wednesday. I think it's uh, early morning for US folks. And in this meeting, I think the plan is to finalize the security audit report. I think for us, we need to align with the audit team on those issues that they listed in the report and they confirm um, the issue one by one on whether it is the security issue or not, and what is our actions. And with that, we will be clear about those issues. For example, which are security vulnerabilities that we need to address in our upcoming release, which are not security related issues that we can create the PRs in the public repository directly. And we will also be knowing that a rough um, estimation on these issues so that we will know when we can fix those issues. And I think for the security advisory that reported in the report, we need to address in the upcoming release. Otherwise, it will be vulnerable if we publish the report earlier. So this topic is actually a reminder that please, notary project maintainers, take a look at the report on those issues, and we will be discussing those issues with the audit team on Wednesday. And besides the issues reported, we will also be reviewing some, for example, some wording or terminology that in the report. So I think if there are any issues, we can also mention it during the review meeting to the audit team so that they can fix the report. Any questions? Pritesh, I received your comments on, yeah, offline comments on some issues. So we will be contacting offline on those issues.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Any other thing around the security audit? Yeah. So for our next notation 1.3 RC2 release, our plan is to including the fix that we needed to do according to the security audit report and based on our alignment with the audit team. I think it will be after Wednesday's meeting, we will be clear on the notation 1.3 RC2 scope, and we will have a estimated target date for it accordingly. Okay, so that's the security audit and the plan for notation 1.3 RC2. If no more comments and also no other topic to discuss and any PRs, if no, we will be charging the issues in the discussion milestone. Okay, then we charge issues. Let me refresh this page. Okay, currently we only have 4 issues left in the notation repository. Let's review them one by one. The first one, um, yeah, I'm really currently I'm not very clear about the ask in this issue.
So I think currently when we sign something, we, for example, we sign an image, we only print out the digest of that image. We don't print out the generated signature manifest. So the ask is to print the digest of the signature manifest as well. I think it is related to something like JSON output. I'm not sure if you have the context or not.
Uh, yeah, for the first part, I think you are right. The user expect a digest of the signature manifest to be outputted, right? Um, but for the JSON output, I'm not sure What do you mean? Do you mean this will be uh, considered together with the JSON output issue, or
Because the ultimate goal of the user is to parse it and use it in a script. So even if we print out the digest of the signature manifest, it will be in a text. It's not be possible or not easy to be possible. So if we output it in JSON format, uh, like the auras, then the users can just convert the output to a JSON object and then pass it and get the final digest they want.
yeah, got you. I think the example that the user list is also from Aura's discover command, right? Use this JSON format at that time. Uh, yeah, this will show the, yeah, similar. I think this is similar as user suggested, not only the artifact type, right? But also the digest of the signatures that can be printed out. And as Shiwei, you mentioned, it should be machine readable, right? So that the user can easily pass it in their scripts. Uh, I think there are additional things mentioned in this issue about envelope, notation sign. Yeah, this actually requires I think this is a different thing from the original description that expecting uh, the signature to be written into a file, right?
Yeah, looks like they also want the signature to be printed locally to a file. Not sure what the use case is, but
Let me switch to this one. This is about, I think this issue is still and closed. Oh no, this is related to the, yeah, OSI image layout at that time. Yeah, I think as Pradesh, you just said, we are not clear about this scenario, right? While pushing the signature into the OSI registry and also uh, store it locally.
yeah, I'm not sure because if they're storing locally, they might want to verify locally, or they will push the signature asynchronously to the repository. I think it would be good to know more about the use case.
Okay. Uh, I think we are going to implement sign blob, right? So, and also currently we support the sign OSI image layout. Um, but it could be different scenarios. So I think for that we can clarify with this user, but I'm not sure whether he will respond on this because it's a long time ago. Um, but anyway, I will reply to this comment to clarify for the scenario. And also for this issue itself, I think it is related to output the digest of signature and also in a formatted way. Uh, I think that one is tracked by this issue. Um, Let me check the milestone for this issue. Yeah, this issue is digest, showing digest is planned for 1.3, but I'm not sure whether we have time to complete it. Um, okay, so any suggestion on action on this issue? I will comment to asking requirement for this, but I think the rest of the issue is duplicated with another issue that we currently we marked it for 1.3. Yeah, I would suggest that we can put a duplicate label with another issue and commenting on clarification on this requirement. If it is about the dual scenario, maybe we can create another issue for tracking. What do you
In
think?
terms of in terms of the duplicated issue, do you mean the blob signing or another issue created by me, linking
Yeah, this
by
one.
Shui?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. I think this should be a part of this issue, the issue 511, because this is only to output the signature digest. But from the description and also the justification from Shui, I think the original request should be add the formatted output to notation. Then the user should be parse the output from notation to their maybe pipeline or another place. So I think it's a part of duplicate.
Yeah, this is also, I think, also question for this issue, whether we only output the text format or we also considering the JSON format. But if it comes to the JSON format, I think we need we have another issue, and it is not a simple issue to fix, right? We need to discuss holistically that about the JSON format for all the command output, not just add one for a single case, right?
Correct. My thinking is that we can improve it gradually. Maybe we can have the text output in next milestone, just like this issue shows here, and also propose a comprehensive spec and the solution for the formatted output, just like we did for Aura's formatted output.
So we do emit JSON output for some commands right now. I think for inspect, we do have JSON output. Probably we can expand it here also. So I
Yeah,
do
we
agree.
have, yeah.
And there is somewhat syntax here for JSON output.
Yeah, we do have a JSON output for some of the commands.
I think we only have that for the list and expect, right? We don't have JSON output for others, do we?
No.
And
No.
from the implementation point of view, it's ad hocly implemented. It's not well refactored, so we need to refactor first.
Yeah. So how about this? So I will first comment, maybe we can, as Feynman suggested, we can first implement this issue as shown on the screen, that we can print out the text formatted uh, output for the signature digest first. Then we will, I think we have another JSON formatted issue for tracking the overall design for the JSON format. Then once we have a specification for that ready, we can plan another iteration for adding the JSON format for the command we would like to have. Is that okay? And for the additional comment in this issue, I will also check to understand the scenarios. So that means this issue will be, I think, will be put in the future backlog. But at the meantime, we will track the text output with this issue. Is that okay for you, for everyone?
To me, it's more like a V2 stuff.
We can also label it for V2 because for 1.3, we only plan the security audit related issue, right? And other small things. And if this issue text format cannot be completed in 1.3, it will be in V2 as well. But for this issue, for sure, considering the JSON format, it will be in V2. So I will label it to V2. I think we have that label. Okay, and put it in the future milestone. Any comments?
Sounds good.
V2.
I think if we mark it as V2, maybe we can put it at least 2.0 or 2.1.
Yeah, let's put in 2.0 first. And we can also charge 2.0 scope later on. But as we discussed previously for the 2.0, the most urgent two features are the sign using referrals API by default. And another one is the blob sign, which should be completed in 1.x release. Previously, let me put it on the V2 and comment here. Okay. Yeah. After this meeting, I will comment on this one to for clarification. Okay. This is yeah, because I just I use a new laptop, so there are some UI issue with the Zoom. There is the top bar always blocking my view, so it will be slowly for me to switching issues. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one is from you, Pradesh, about add the flag to, I think it means log out all the registries. Yeah, it's almost 2 years ago. Is this still a requirement or?
I mean, it's always good to have a feature where you can just say log out from all the repositories, but not pressing one. I think, can you open the comment? I don't even remember discussion. Can you open a discussion there? 484. In the description of the issue, there is a link here.
Okay, I think at that time in the we were designing the logout command, right? And at that time we may consider first for logout all the registry, but we didn't implement it at that time. Then you created this issue for tracking. I don't see any discussion around this, just this comment. No.
I don't remember why we created the issue, but it looks like we don't offer functionality to log out from all the registries. I don't know why, but yeah, it's good to have thing.
Will this be an issue if, for example, because, for example, with Docker installed, when we log in, right? Or, yeah, we will, and with the credential store supported, we will write credentials in the Docker file, right? So if we log out, so all these entries in the Docker file will be removed, right? I think so.
Yep.
Will that be a problem? For example, if we just reuse the credential from the Docker file and once we log out, we remove that, but for the Docker user, actually, they would expect this credential. And the logout, or how can we
I mean, that's
define?
that's still an issue today, right? Even if I say notation logout a URI, if it will still clean up the Docker file. So we're not changing the behavior, we're keeping the behavior same. It's just that instead of specifying file registry URIs, you can just say -all and it will go and clean all of them. Again,
Yeah,
there there is a
mm,
issue here. I think it's more of
with
a
the
usability kind of thing, not actually blocker. It's more of a usability thing.
sorry, Pradesh, can you say it again?
So it's more of a usability kind of issue, not actually blocking something, or it's just ease of use, I think.
So with this or flag, so how can notation know which registry will be logged out?
All of them, not one. I think that's the reason we created the issue. That it might be a bad user experience, but
Yeah, I think that may be the reason, because it may accidentally log out, because it log out all the registries, right? So maybe some registry are not expected to be logged out. Yeah, I think maybe I would suggest that maybe we can first close this issue, and later on, once we figure out or know there's really this case, then we can create a new issue and describe the scenario clearly. What do you think?
Yeah, fine with me. I mean, we can even close the issue because we don't know the use case right now.
Yeah, I think we can close this issue first. Any comments from others? And I will remove. This one, I think this one is from Samuel. It's also 2 years ago. Uh, I think for trust policy, we already have a documentation on the website. Uh, and also later on, we also improve it with new commands, such as import and show. Let me check the website. I think we have the trust policy. Um, yeah, this one. We have this one at that time. Zach created this document. And some examples on how to configure the trust policy file. And this is about the document typical trust policy examples. Should we close this issue as well?
I think we can add the link here, reply to Samir, and close this issue as completed.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is from Sajay about native integration into Contender D. Yeah, let me check this. Uh, I think such as issue is about the native integration into container D. I think it's different from this command, right? Because we have this contributor from how to pronounce it, this CLL tool to provide the integration with notation.
Yeah, I think it's a runtime level. The nurse CTL is actually CLI level.
Yeah, from runtime level, how we can integrate this, I mean, notation into the container D runtime. It's more about validating the signatures, right? I think. Because we needed to have the client or client integrated to other CI/CD system, build system for signing the container images from. But from the runtime, it is more about when you put in images, you would like to validate it, validate the signatures. Yeah, should we suggest it is still in discussion? And also should be mentioned if we do integration, we should integrate the ratify. Yeah, that too. Shiwei, can you comment more about which part should we discuss? Is it about if it is more about validation part, then we may need to follow up this discussion on the ratify community. I would like to know what we need to do from the Notary project community point of view. Okay. Pradesh, do you have any comments on this one? Any thoughts?
Nope. Not much involved with container B side, so
Okay. Then I would like to follow Shui's suggestion. So maybe for this issue, we still put into the discussion, and we can yeah, later on find a time to discuss about the scenarios and also the work around the notation, notary project community and also ratify community. Okay. I think we need further discussion later on. So so we can keep it in the discussion milestone. Uh, okay, and back to the agenda. I think the next milestone we are going to track is under the specification. Yeah, we have 10. I think most of them are old issues, but let's make a decision at this meeting. Um, this is also more than 2 years ago. Move signature content from a blob to annotation. Um,
I think this was
So
an idea where we wanted to move it to image manifest. No, wait, it was not I think signature manifest. Instead of having a separate blob, we can move it as in signature manifest. That was the idea here, if I remember correct.
yeah, it's a very long time even before I joined the community. Uh, so Shiwei Pradesh, maybe yeah, you can comment more on this one. Does that mean that because currently we follow OCI 1.1 spec, right? We have the signature manifest and we have the real signature that referenced in the layers in the manifest.
The idea was instead of having a signature in the blob, we can directly have a signature manifest. That was the idea, if I remember correctly. But I think we can resolve it. It's just kind of an optimization if folks are really worried about pulling two things, signature manifest and signature blob, we can directly put it in signature manifest. But I think it should be fine. Nobody complained, so we are good here.
What do you mean? We are good here.
I mean, I think we can resolve this issue, or we can just put it in backlog. I mean, we don't need to prioritize it for 1.3 or 2.0.
No.
And no, we don't need to prioritize.
Yeah. So let's just put it in the future backlog. Is that okay?
Yep, works for me.
Yeah, Shiwei suggests closing it. This is also another way, because if it is put in the future backlog, we may not address this issue. I mean, based on our current plan, at least in 3 months or 6 months, we will not touch this. Sure, definitely.
I'm fine closing this. We can reopen it if, or like we can revisit this later on.
Mm.
I am fine closing this.
Yeah. Mm. Add all packet keeper validations. I think this is yeah. I think this is the ratify job. Yeah. David at that time also, I think very early mentioned this. So I would think that we can close it as this scenario is covered by ratify community. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Because this is about the admission webhook level in the Kubernetes node level.
Add a list of notary annotations. I think we already have a currently clear definition for the annotation to be used for the payload in our spec. I think let me open this one. We can pointing user to for the spec we also added the information for the annotation rules and for example for the OCI signature this is on the main branch, so we have both blob sign and blob and OCI. So we have this annotation, defined in the spec. And for the blob signatures, I think similar. Okay, I would like to close this issue as well and mention the annotation is described in the specification now. That okay?
Yep.
This is from million checking issue for adding track model for plugin compatibility. Um, I just click the link, then it goes here, plugin interface for sign. I think the current notation thread model, we have the plugin model
Mhm.
mentioned, right?
Yep, if I remember, yes, we did. I had plug
Yeah.
in the.
Yeah, so I think maybe we can close it. Let me check it. Yeah, we have this described and also listed some threats and how to mitigate it. So I would like to see we can also close this issue as well. Well, this one. Okay, this one is from me. And this is from, I think this is Rakash's comment. I raised this via to unblock. It is called the extended attribute. Over. Yeah, is this one? Uh, Shiwei, can you help to remind me that what extended attributes to be supported by Cozy?
Can you open that PR? This PR, the hyperlink, what it does. Scroll down. I think I know what this is about. In Cozy, the signed attributes are not really a string, right? Can be any blob or they are big bag of bits. And that's where the compatibility issue was. And can you open a PR which fixes that issue? There is one more PR at the bottom of where it says the issue is fixed, right?
Which
After,
one?
after Shiva's comment, this one. Okay, I don't know then. This looks like a similar change.
Yes. Um,
Oh, I think we're converting it to a string. I think we're converting all the keys to a string. Yeah, I think the issue is fixed from what I can tell. And I think Ashibis agrees with that.
That's a fix. Uh, do you mean this PR fixed the issue 201? Okay, so maybe at this moment only have 1 minute left, so let's keep this in discussion, and later on we will know whether it will be closed or we will put it in the backlog if we have anything else to do. Let me check one more. Okay, discovery. Public key. Okay. No, we don't. I don't think we have a document for key discovery. Um, yeah, let me quickly check in the documentation. I think in uh, signature we mentioned something. Okay, but this is the signature discovery, not the key discovery. I think maybe we can move this to future milestone because we don't have this key discovery defined. That okay? In the future, we can discuss
yeah.
it. Yeah. Okay. This is the last one we had today. So we are out of time. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.